Okay, never has it been more important to have a business coach help business owners set new goals, plans, and strategies, and to be held accountable as we come out of COVID-19. Milton Collins is director of the Action Business Coach and joins us now to tell us more. Milton, welcome to Ticker. How are you this afternoon?
Great, thanks, Adrian. Nice to be here.
Absolutely. How has your year been, first of all? 2020, we're heading towards the end, things are improving. What's your year been like?
Well, I've actually been flat out because there's so many businesses that have been initially just trying to survive through the COVID crisis, but now they're really planning strongly to come out of it and making sure there's opportunities there too that may have not been there before, they need to take advantage of.
Now, that's good news. I mean, we do talk to some businesses who are obviously challenged this year, but some have done really well, and it's worth talking about that for sure. Firstly, why do businesses need a business coach, do you think?
Running a business is really lonely. You often don't have someone you can discuss the real details of running a business. Your accountant's got on the financial side, but someone who can actually look at the overall business, someone you can be honest with, you can share the problems or frustrations, but also make you accountable too. Because often business owners know what they should be doing, but they're at the coalface and they get bogged down and they then don't actually work on the major issues or work on the business. A business coach can help them assess that.
So what should people look for in a business coach specifically, and what are some red flags do you think we need to look out for?
Yeah, good point. I think you need someone who's owned a business and also someone who's had some training. They need to have a financial knowledge too. They need to have a deep understanding of financial, better if they're a qualified accountant or come from a financial background, but also they've had to own a business. There's nothing like worrying about paying the wages, losing a major client or where your next client coming from. And of course, just to collecting your accounts. Unless you've had that real experience of what it's like, it's very hard to help business owners. And some of the red flags are, yeah, that's all right. There's people out there who've done short courses in NLP courses, for example, and all of a sudden they're a business coach. They've never owned a business. They're not qualified, and there seems to be a rush of those coming on the market at the moment because there is a need for it.
Yeah, so then that is an interesting point, and I think it is something, people might be a little bit cynical sometimes when it comes to business coaches and knowing which is the right one for them and which has just jumped into the market. I mean, do you have any tips for finding out or working out how the best business coach as opposed to someone that doesn't know a hell of a lot?
They need to be results driven. They need to be in there and get results for your business in both a combination of freeing up some of your time so you can work on it, but it's also about building an enterprise that can actually work without you. So you've got good systems in place, you're making more money. Now, if a business coach is not in there and helping you get more time, but also make more money, they're not doing their job. So there has to be results driven.
And you're about to release a new book, I believe. Tell us what it's called and what can readers expect.
Yeah, thanks. I've had a lifetime experience as an accountant initially with Pricewaterhouse and my own firm that I built up to 300 staff and 10 partners. I've also owned a rundown conference centre we built up to be Telstra Business of the Year. I've owned importing business, which was a huge failure. And in fact, that failure taught me so much. Whilst it was horrific to go through that, I learned so much more about business strategies by just trying to get that business to survive. And the company went broke overseas that I bought. It was out of my control, but I had to make the most of it. I've also worked at Fed Square as CEO at running Taxi Kitchen and Transport Hotel Group, hands-on hospitality. So a whole range of experiences, and I think that's in my book. But also the main point that I stress in the book is it's the small things that make a big difference in business.
Awesome, Milton. Thanks so much for your time. Where can we reach out to learn a little bit more?
On my website, which is miltoncollins, actioncoach.com. Of course, I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, easy to find online.
Great stuff. Enjoy your afternoon. We'll talk again soon.
Thanks for your time.